Welcome, everyone, to a whole new version of Austin Fashion Week. This show is called Fashion by Texas. I'm sad none of you are here, but hopefully you're watching at home and enjoying supporting these amazing designers that we've all gotten to know and love over the last 12 years. It's a whole new world, and it's very, very different. However, it's imperative on all of us that we help support our small businesses. These designers have worked so hard. Literally, we're ready to go back in April for Austin Fashion Week as we thought it was going to be back then, and just didn't happen. So here we are. It's virtual. We're getting to watch on YouTube. That's better than nothing. I hope that you will support them, shop, contact them, whatever it is. Each of these are going to have some end cards that have Instagram mentions on them, that has their websites. Please go visit them. I'm Matt Swinney. I'm the founder of Fashion By. Tonight, all you're going to see are Texas-based designers, Austin, Dallas, Houston, and beyond. And these are all people that we've worked with many times, some new, some old. You will recognize a lot of the names. Some of them will be brand new to you, and I hope that you enjoy them. I want to thank all of our sponsors. Bernina, they came in as a huge sponsor, as they always have, back this spring. And when we had to switch to virtual, they could have walked, and they didn't. They stuck with us. The partnership is amazing. I so appreciate you. Everything that you've done for the design and fashion community, not only here in Austin and in Texas, but beyond. You really have been just the most amazing partner, and I can't thank you enough. I also want to thank Urban Betty. They have been around with us, I think, 8 years now in a row. They are doing all of the hair for tonight's show, and I want to thank Salon Mystique. They are doing all of the makeup for tonight's show. I want to thank Doug Douglas and DX2 Models. Modeling is difficult in this time, and these girls have been amazing. There's a few guys thrown in. I hope you enjoy them. We'll actually introduce you to them later tonight. And I want to thank Todd White. He is behind the camera right now, and he has given just an amazing amount of time and effort and energy to make sure that what we have all known as Austin Fashion Week, Fashion by Houston, Fashion by Dallas, in the last several years comes to fruition here tonight. I hope you enjoy the show.
Wow. Whoa. Wow.
Easy. Breezy. One-step air threading. The new Bernina Overlocker. Available now at your Bernina store. Bernina. Made to create.
I'm here with the amazing designer, Friedrich with 511 Collection. Friedrich, tell us a little bit about this one.
Yes, Matt. So this collection was inspired by 2020. This has been one crazy year, as we all know. And so we are dealing with the pandemic, obviously, and then the entire Black Lives Matter movement. And there are just times where you just are frustrated. You have your own personal issues you're dealing with on top of what the world's dealing with. And so my concept was, if you could just get up, get out of quarantine, not worry about, racism or any type of injustice, period, and even the 2020 election, where would you go? What would you do? And so this girl is all about being set free. Her personality is, I have to get out. I have to go somewhere. I need to do something fun. I've already voted. I've already done the protests. I'm taking the measurements to prevent COVID. Now I just need to have a little bit of fun. Let's just take the time to be exciting, be free. And so that was the general concept of this collection. And I'm just so happy everything is a fun-filled experience that I believe everyone will share when they see the collection.
Miranda Kim of Good Oasis couldn't be here with us today, but her amazing stylist, Claire Saldana, is. Claire, I would love for you to give us a little bit about this collection.
I absolutely love what Miranda did. She took all these textiles and hand dyed them herself. Everybody thought they were just simple bolts of fabric, and I totally surprised everybody. Beautiful things. I mean, when you see this on the runway, you see how it all flows. Very easy to put and very easy to style. Very well made with those really nice textiles for Texas.
I'm here with Urban Betty, one of our amazing sponsors and partners of these virtual events. They've been hard at work backstage, masks on, this crazy new environment that we're in, doing hair for these wonderful models. Maddie, your team is wonderful as always. I want to thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration for the looks, and while she's talking about that, you'll get to meet her team.
Well, thank you for having us. The inspiration for this year's look was a style that would work well for all textures. I like when you see high fashion, you see hairdos that you can replicate at home. So that was our inspiration for today's look.
This is our first time working together, and I'm super impressed. Christina Ward has been an absolute joy to work with this season. We were all ready to go back in March or April, and then, here we are now doing this a little bit differently. Christina, I'd love for you to tell us a little bit more about this collection.
Certainly. Yeah, so my collection is modeled out of after Adeline. Basically powerful, driven, professional women in very practical, luxurious fabrics. As you can see, a lot of my clothing may appear a bit simple, but they conceal some complexities, especially some elevated details, whether it's an arch seam or a hidden pocket. So it was just basically about being luxurious and comfortable at the same time.
Thanks so much to Doug Douglas and DX2 Model Management. We want to introduce you to all the models.
Josh, Jonah, Darshawn, Emerald, Cassidy, Madison, Carly, Brittany, Lucy, Emma, Lexi, Sydney, Jocelyn, Alexis, Haley, Tegan, Haley, Laura, Ariana, Clara, Allison, Addison, Anna, Kelsey, Michaela, and Alyssa.
Lala is a signature clothing line started in Austin, Texas, but calls Harlingen in the Rio Grande Valley home. It's high fashion meets functionality with vibrant colors and prints. Meet Liza Macias and Lala.
De la Sierra Morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. De la Sierra Morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Ese lunar que tienes, cielito lindo, junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo, que a mí me toca. Ese lunar que tienes, cielito lindo, junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo, que a mí me toca. Ay, 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 ay. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Ay, 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 ay.
This is Philip White. His brand is Fit Clothing. He does amazing athletic wear for men. Philip, please talk to us a little bit about this one.
Sure. This collection is all about fun and color. We've all been through a lot in the year 2020, and honestly, designing this through those months of March and April, I just needed something bright and colorful to look at, and so I'm all about prints, and I wanted to bring it out in just a fun way that kind of brightens up somebody's day. So, yeah. Thank you.
My name's Brae. Whenever I get a tan, I feel more confident. Having a spray tan makes me feel much more confident because I'm a lot darker and normally I'm super pale. It makes it look like I just went to the beach. When I first walked in and they were explaining all the rules, I was kind of nervous because I thought I was going to mess up or do something wrong. But then after it, I was really satisfied and I'm definitely going back.
I'm here with the one person I can be less than 6 feet from without a mask on, my beautiful. So I'm here with the one person I can be less than 6 feet from without a mask on, my beautiful daughter, Sadie Swinney, who has created her own brand, Swinney Designs. Some of you who have literally seen her grow up on this runway. So Sadie, talk to us a little bit about the inspiration for this collection.
The inspiration for this collection was the Chinese zodiac animals. So I picked 7 of them to do, and the whole basis of it was that I didn't want them to look like costumes. I wanted them to look like chic, fashion-forward versions of these animals that I could show on the runway.
This is V. Sanchez. She is special in our household. She is Sadie's instructor. She, along with Brittany Allen, really helped Sadie through all of this, and she is an amazing human being who we've gotten to know and love in our family. V also has her own label, and I love what you're showing on the runway. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so this runway look, I really wanted to dive in more into what my aesthetic is. We tend to follow trends and everything, but I really wanted to dive into my personality. I've been a little bit more edgier in the past, but I really love the 70s and 60s. And since I'm also a textile designer, I wanted to bring that forth. So I brought in my own textiles, I brought in my edgy past, and now that I'm into the 70s and 60s, brought it all together into this look just to show who I am as a designer.
So this is Todd White. Those of you in the industry here in Austin know him, but those of you who don't, he's the guy who's always behind the camera. This probably feels really weird for you, Todd, to be in front of the camera for the first time, but 2020, right? You may as well be in front of the camera for a minute. Obviously, we never thought we'd be here. Photos and video have told the story of all of our shows for the last 12 years. And I think Todd and I have worked together, I think we figured out, 8 years in a row now. And it's always been a pleasure to have you. It's a totally different experience now. And somehow Todd finds himself as being kind of the crux and the glue that holds this whole thing together. And I appreciate you so much, and I hope you know that. But can you imagine, did you ever think we were going to end up here?
I never thought we'd find ourselves here right now doing this virtually. You and I talked about this a while back, and all the ideas of doing it live, doing it recording and mixing and matching, and it's just been cool to work through the process together, but it happened. And so here we are. And we have some great designers, and as always, one of the reasons why I stick around, besides just really loving working with Matt and just in the fashion industry in Austin, I love meeting new designers, seeing new models, and just the whole team that comes together to make this happen. We're a small fashion industry, but it's been growing and growing and growing over all the years I've been involved with you on this. And it's been fun and exciting to see this happen. So I hope you guys really enjoy the show.
She was one of our amazing mask makers when the pandemic hit. Super powerful, awesome, amazing woman. This is Sydney Morris with Sydney the Label. Sydney, can you talk to us a little bit about this collection?
This collection was kind of inspired by a little bit of disco, a little bit of futuristic, surrealism, like if Studio 54 was on Mars, I would say, but I'm really excited.
I'm here with the amazing 11-year-old designer Lauren Maynard from LE Couture. Lauren, what was the inspiration for this collection?
The inspiration was Versace inspired. Textures, colors, patterns, prints. That's what I was focused on. Yeah.
Fairtrade Safaris provides luxury experiences in Africa at reasonable prices, and all profits generated by Fairtrade Safaris are donated back to wildlife conservation on the continent. Thank you, Fairtrade Safaris, for your ongoing support of Fashion by Events. Let's learn a bit more.
Fairtrade Safaris is a luxury travel company. We specialize in non-hunting photographic safaris. 100% of the proceeds of our safari packages goes back into the communities and wildlife in Africa. I personally don't believe that one has to compromise luxury and experiential travel for affordable prices. We have been able to bring this duality, this sort of highly luxurious and experiential trips to Africa. In terms of what to expect on one of our safaris, you can really expect true immersions in those kind of experiences. For those people who are interested in our safaris or our community impact and wildlife conservation work in Africa, please visit our website, or you can reach us on the US toll-free number 1-800-912-9370.
Texas Taylor Farms is the dream of Aaron and Ross Bennett. This dynamic duo have gone from the big city making bespoke menswear to a holistic approach on their generational family farm to not only tailor suits, but to tailor your life. This is Texas Taylor Farms.
He knows every stone that's been struck by the plow. There's a pile by the barn, by the sweat of his brow. The land has his heart and he rarely complains, and it holds his knees when he prays for rain. He's a dusty old Carhartt and a light in the barn. He'll work the late hours and he's up before dawn. Every man has a story and the story goes on, from a granddad's eyes to a newborn son. Why farm is in my blood, like the sun that's on my skin. It's who I'm meant to be, it's who I've always been. It's more than just a living, it's my way of life, and it grows like seed inside my heart. That's why I farm. We always pulled through when we thought we would break. In the flood 93, in the drought 88. The Lord has his timing, 'cause only he knows that when next year comes, the crops will grow. Our farm is in my blood, like the sun that's on my skin. It's who I'm meant to be, it's who I've always been. It's more than just a living, it's my way of life, and it grows like seed inside my heart. That's why I
Though the world may shake around me, still I'm stable. As long as I'm able, I'll work this land. 'Cause when heaven comes this close to work, you hold it. 'Cause life is but a moment in a bigger plan.
Why I farm is in my blood, like the sun that's on my skin. It's who I'm meant to be. It's who I've always been. It's more than just a living. It's my way of life, and it grows like seed inside my heart, living on long after I depart. That's why I farm. That's why I farm.
This is Jennifer Stanley. I know she has an incredibly emotional story behind this collection. I'm going to turn it over to her. Jen.
Thank you, Matt. So my collection is called Overcome, and Overcome is to raise awareness for domestic violence and sexual assault. I'm a survivor of both, and so this is really important to me. And with my collection, I not only wanted to take a stand for myself, but others as well. So in this collection, I really wanted to capture the journey that you go on when you are experiencing being a victim of domestic violence or sexual assault. And I really hope everyone can get that as they watch my collection go down the runway. An interesting thing is that the second look of my collection, actually printed on the back, is the exact words that I read at the sentencing of my abuser in court. And so that look really represents taking a stand against your abuser. The last finale look of the collection actually has on the textiles printed words and thumbprints that other survivors have submitted to me, and I digitized it and printed it on the textiles to not only make sure I was representing my journey, but others as well.
Hi, my name's Andrea. I'm a textile designer under the label Joli Jus, and I love to sew.
Bernina, made to create.
A fixture in the Texas fashion world, Dawn Younger-Smith and Shannon Larada have built an entire world since 1997 with boudoirqueen. Their luxury couture brand utilizes antique fabrics and findings, and every boudoirqueen piece will force you to catch your breath. Enter the world of boudoirqueen. Thank you so much for supporting Fashion by Texas and the amazing designers that grace our vast and beautiful state. I hope you'll visit their websites and social feeds and support them with purchases as you're able. Thank you again to Bernina for making all of this possible. We'll see you tomorrow night for Fashion by Black Designers. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.